Welcome to today's Seidokan Saturday. We're going to look at another Toide technique. This one is going to be a straight across wrist grab. We could also do a version of this if he put his hand on my shoulder, grab my lapel, right? But we're going to start it by learning from this position. First thing is he's going to hit me with that hand. So what I'm going to do is come around, drop and pull back. Now, we've seen this side wrist pressure here, and then with the bend of the elbow, of course, that becomes really obnoxious, which again, we can do from the lapel grab, the choke, etc. But coming from the wrist, this is going to help me learn how to grab, where my hand should be positioned in his hand. So I'm palm of my hand on the back of his hand as I come over. As I go here, we could turn this to a wrist, but I don't really need that. I'm just going to drag back. From here, lift the elbow, pushing him up, step across, and stay there. No, don't stay there. This, back, in and back. We've looked at this before as a pretty standard Toide foot movement, coming away from the punch, pressing into the body, then change body as we come around. We don't have to pause every time to change body. Just the step across and turn is enough. So that, it's very much like the capoeira Jenga step that they do. So he grabs, I come across, pull him down. So I've stepped back with my left foot. Now I bring his elbow up. This alone, I can just stop here. But I'm going to step across now again with that Jenga step. Pivot, turn, and throw it. Now I'm going to keep pushing this wrist outward toward his shoulder, and that's where the lock occurs. Now, we already had the other version where we have the wrist inward this way. This time, we have the wrist outward. That's where the difference is on this technique, okay? So if you'll recall, punch, hey. We did this one where we come in and up, across and down. So here I have his wrist coming inward toward his armpit. This one, I'm going to go the opposite side, and I have his wrist going inward toward his armpit, but with a pinky instead of his thumb forward, I have the pinky side forward. So that's where this change is, okay? So again, from the straight wrist, let's go this side so you can see. Grab, pull, I have the lock already here. Come up under. Now, instead of the sideways vertical hand, this is going all the way to the reverse wrist lock position. Pull the elbow up as I step forward. Pivot back around into the throw. And again, we have him locked in that wrist. Arigatou gozaimasu. Hopefully you can see enough detail. Just real quick, let's come real close here. So you do it this time. So as he comes around, he has my reverse, bring it down into camera. He has the reverse wrist lock position, and he's pulling me back to the ground. Then he's going to grab my elbow and pull up and push in. He does that as he stepped forward across me, and then as he rotates, that's where the takedown occurs. Okay, thanks, sir. That's today's Toide technique. Wrist position is very important. Whenever we're doing these, we're not only getting the wrist flexion, which means I'm coming toward the closed position. That's flexion, this is extension. I'm getting wrist flexion on this technique, but I'm also getting some rotation. The bend of the elbow simply increases where I can rotate into the side of the wrist is where that pressure is really coming, in addition to the shoulder and the throw slamming to the ground and so forth. Now, this gets to one of the things where, again, we talked about a few weeks ago in Toma's adaptation of the Uehara Motobu Urundi. In Toma's application, he slams people on the ground, but he frequently does that by dropping to the knee himself. That accelerates the guy into the ground. Then once he has control, you can pick him back up, walk and dance, etc. That's it for today's Toide. Thank you for joining. Like, share, subscribe, hit the button, all that stuff. But most importantly, until next week, let's keep practicing.